Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Fish Talk Live. This is Dave Gould here. We've got an amazing show tonight. Mr. Ron Demers is going to be teaching us how to build an internal canister filter. I've seen the video. It's awesome and it's amazing. Go ahead and share this out. I'm doing my shares real quick and go ahead and share out, everybody. All right. Hey, everybody. It's Wednesday, August 20th, episode number 43 of Fish Talk Live. So what we do during this time usually is, if you would like to help us spread this show out, go ahead and share it in your favorite groups. If you're an admin of a group, go ahead and put it in your group. You can share it on your personal page. We've got a great show coming up here. Yeah. All right, everyone. Getting ready to start here, and I just turned on our chat bot. All right, so let's share this out, everybody. We've got a great show. Like I said, episode number 43. This is the DIY build your own internal canister filter. Great video that Ron did. So we're gonna about ready to start this thing up. Do your shares. Let's see if we can get 100 people. Get 100 people, we're going to bypass the gamified part where we spin the wheel and just go ahead and reward the lucky people. Free fish off of Ron Cichlid. So let's start it up. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to well, it used to be called Tuesday Fish Talk Live. It's now just Fish Talk Live. But anyway,
any day we want.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. Dave Gould here. And we got an awesome show. This whole month, we're doing DIY projects. So if this is your first time to Fish Talk Live, let me give you just a little bit of information about it. We are a live gamified streaming show that's streamed on Periscope. It's streamed on Twitch. It's also streamed on LinkedIn on our business page, as well as on YouTube. We use some powerful software to gamify our show. We have Spin to Win Wheel. We have the member video of the week. Bunch of stuff coming for you. So anyway, every week I get to introduce to you the host of the show, Mr. Ron Demers, and maybe you've heard of him before, or maybe you're part of the Ron Demers Cichlid Clubhouse Facebook group. Ron has been breeding fish for now 27 years. He's out of West Palm Beach, Florida. He is the guy that's behind Ron Cichlid's Food. We coined him as the fish food chef. As you can see behind me, all those fish have been, since they were small, have been eating Ron Cichlid food. And he's not only just an awesome husband and father, but he's a good friend of mine, and I really enjoy doing the show with him every week. Here he is, Mr. Ron Demers.
Thank you, my friend. An epic entry as always.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Glad you can make it tonight. I am feeling quite a bit better than last week, so you should see a jovial run tonight.
Yeah, I'll be awake.
In case any of you want to know or need to know, my friend there, Dave Gould, as he's mentioned, is moving to California soon. So he is offering his expertise services right now for a half off in a limited time. So if anybody needs banners or logos, or you want some amazing work or some new business cards for your business, let him know. He's trying to raise some money to move back to California. As you know, that's not a inexpensive state to live in. So
Yeah.
he does amazing work. Everything you guys see on my page, my business cards, anything to do with my picture or my name, it came from him. So just wanted to give you a shout out, my friend. I appreciate everything you do for me and all of these members and viewers.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. Actually, it's not half off, but I'm saving people a bunch of money. So just if I can say that, I underestimated how much it was going to cost me to move, with a lot of different things. And so I thought, instead of running that GoFundMe, oh, help Dave, woe is me. I was like, no, I'll just, buckle down and put it out there. And I actually made this picture. Ron has seen it. Some of the admins have seen it. But it was my face like on this girl that had fishnet stockings in a mini skirt, and I was like, well, maybe I could put this out there. It'd be funny.
It was
like,
quite disturbing.
Gonna go walk the street. It was. Someone told me that too. Like it looked too good. Like the Photoshop of your face onto it was too good. Like make it worse so it looks like it's. Anyway, super fun to be here with you guys tonight. Let's do some shout outs. Who are you seeing online right now with us?
My boy Craig Heater, Marcus Malawi, our moderators Matt Gin and Whiskey, Miss Rebecca Dunn, James Smith,
Nice.
Scott DeFore, Greg Haste. Also shout out to Brent, Mary, Charlie. I saw Charlie on there. Robert Cox, let us know, brother, when that baby comes out.
Yeah.
Robert Cox has been back and forth to the hospital the last few days. His wife is getting ready to pop, so to speak. Shout out to Lori and Joe Venker, my friend Sarah, Sandy, one of my local guys. Shout out to longtime friend Jeremy Phyllis, Brandy Bird. Shout out to all you guys. Love all you guys. Appreciate all your conversations and pictures and stuff in the clubhouse.
Awesome. There's something going on with my iPad where I just don't see the chat. It's like you're supposed to slide right. It's not sliding right. But anyway, a special shout out to Shayla and Mackenzie here in Satsuma, Alabama. They came by my house and they adopted my Oscar fish. So special shout out to them and Mr. Robert Reed, their father. So if you're watching, girls, hello. And let's see. As far as shout outs go, so, there's a couple of things that we should talk about really quick before we move on into the build of the filter. And that is, sometimes things come up and it's like you have the choice. Do we want to message them privately? We can talk about it, or we can just say a few things on the show and then everybody hears it and everybody understands what's up. So, first off, to the admins and mods of other groups and pages, we totally understand that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays over the last 10 to 11 months, we ask people to shout it out, to share it out, and it gets shared out. And I guess, there's been a few admins and mods that have been upset that they see so much Ron Cichlid stuff. Anyway, our solution to that is contact us directly, right? Particularly me. I'll sort out something. Let's see if we can get you promoted on there in your group, and let's do it the right way so that you are benefiting from the exposure and from the 6,000 people that watch this every week. We get about roughly, anywhere between 50 and 100 people live, but what happens is that the restreams or the reruns we get on the average of about 3,500. Some shows are up to, I think our highest one was 8,200 in 24 hours. So anyway, it's a great platform, great for getting the word out. Ron Cichlid Clubhouse is an awesome group, but it's not the only group on Facebook, and we're certainly not trying to be the only group in dominating Facebook. We just want to help and support that. So with that said, apologies to anybody any admins, mods that were having issues this week with that, or last week. And then the other one is apparently during the Facebook show, I coined this term a year ago. But here's the thing. So I'm involved in many different communities and markets on Facebook, not just fish keeping. Okay. So, and there's this whole group that's only in the fish keeping aquarium hobby that I see that really kind of, that's their number one sales channel. And, for me, like being a digital marketer and all that, I understand the power of having a platform, having a website, having e-com, being able to sell your stuff that way. And that's the advice I give everybody. All of these fish breeders that I've worked with, this is the number one thing I say. Hey, get a website, make that happen. Go legit, right? And anyway, the term I used was fish slinger, and I guess there's apparently some uproar on Ron's Cichlid Clubhouse right now about, saying something that Ron, is like, I don't know, looking down his nose or saying something derogatory towards those people. I'm the guy that said it. Why? Because I know how digital platforms work, and I know what you can do. And if you just do it, get some awesome graphics, get a logo, get a business card, get a website, and sell your fish, man. You'll do a great job. And
I was that guy.
Yeah.
When I first started this long time ago, I reached out to people in this industry that I looked up to.
Yeah.
And they said, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. Create a name for yourself. And back then it was much more lax. And that's what I did. I posted on a lot of pages, but I was also one of those people that was interacting on those forums, trying to help people, trying to give advice. And then I saw everybody else posting fish for sale. So I did the same thing. And then slowly over time, I got away from that just because a lot of groups aren't focusing on helping people like we should. And then I started focusing more on my business. As I became more successful, I focused on my business. I put money back into my business, my advertising, hiring somebody such as the expertise of Dave to build a website, help me with e-commerce, professional looking business cards. You can make your own business card. You can make your own website, but there is a huge difference between you doing something yourself and having somebody with 20, 30, 40 years of professional experience do it for you. I understand that people in this business don't have a whole lot of free cash laying around to throw back into their business, but trust me, if you're smart with that, like Dave said, websites and e-commerce and even really good business cards and finding ways of advertising will help you immensely. But there's some people that just don't. So
that's a good business card right there. Hey, yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing. I mean, so you hired me to do your website. It's a front end and a back end website. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. It'll be a lot easier than me trying to explain it right now. But it paid for itself in what, 3 months, right? 3-4 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He went from a website that he couldn't even perform a transaction on to a website that over 3 or 4 months paid the cost that it took to do that. Exactly. Anyway, that's not what this show's about. We're going to talk about an internal filter, but I wanted to say that because I was just looking at the mess about Fish Slinger and all of that. So it doesn't come from Ron Demers, the breeder. It comes from Dave Gould, the digital marketer that's looking at the way some people are doing it as they're just starting their business. And so it's not derogatory. Anyway,
it's not derogatory. Yes. Let's rephrase that again. Yeah. It is not derogatory. It's just a terminology that's used to differentiate different people in the industry. That's all.
Yeah. All right, yo. So I've got, before we show you what the promo and go into that, every week I like to show you how you can get your notification. And if you're watching this on desktop, this is where you see it. I'd have to look at my phone again how you do it. But you see that bell there on the top right? If you click that, it will ask you what? And you say select all. And so every Wednesday, as soon as a live goes, you'll get a little notification that says, hey, Fish Talk Live is live. As far as our other news and things like that, we'll just give some shout outs to, there's an admin group for admins I thought was great. I think it's called the Aquarium Admins. Shout out to you guys just for doing that, giving a place to talk for people. A shout out to all of our admins groups, which include Crown Royalty with Nathan Pate. Awesome group, great group of people. And Nathan, you're an awesome guy. We appreciate you being a moderator with the Ron Cichlids groups. Isaac has got his West Coast Cichlids. TJ Huffsteller with the Southeast Cichlids. We've got James Smith, who is, we've promoted him actually. He was moderator. If you guys don't understand the difference, we can explain that at another time. He's now an admin, has a little bit more control over the things. He's been doing an amazing job. Thank you so much, James. His business is ADA Tank Supply, and his group is Aquarium Hardscapes. And I'm sure he'll put that URL in there. So join these groups. They're awesome groups. Who am I missing? Scott DeFore with Frontosa Lovers. And who am I missing, Ron?
We got Isaac Garcia.
I said that one.
Nathan Pate.
You're not watching the show, are you?
I'm interacting with my members on the live chat.
I'm playing with you. It's been this loose playing around all day. We worked earlier today and got Ron behind the video editor and all that stuff. So great stuff. We're in great mood. Let's watch our little human interest for this week.
I don't know what it is that makes me love you so. I only know I'll never wanna let you go. 'Cause you started something, can't you see? But ever since we met, you've had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only wanna be with you. No matter what you do, I only wanna be with you.
Rehome a Dog's Trust dog and change a life forever. Hundreds of dogs are still waiting for their special someone.
So as you guys kind of had noticed, we're trying to put human interest in there. We're a bunch of animal lovers and all of that. That was a UK dog adoption company, but I just thought it was a great little video. I have that video at the top of the show, and then after the closing credits, I usually roll another video, and those ones are a little bit more crazy. Sometimes they're about ocean and about environmental issues, some of those types of things. But tonight's is really crazy and kind of cool. Here's what we got going on for tonight. So Ron's has made an awesome video for his internal canister. I'm gonna bring him back real quick and see if there's anything he wants to say, Ron, before that we roll the video.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that this has been asked of me many, 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 many times over 26 years. My design has basically been the same for a very long time. This is an internal canister filter for like large vats, ponds, even large tanks where you're not worried about looking at it. It's very efficient, very cost effective, and anybody can basically build these at home.
Yeah, in about a half hour, actually. Yeah. That's about
and as you get better at it, you can crank them out. I mean, Hunter cranks them out in about 10 minutes.
Yes.
They work great. People ask me all the time when they come here to buy fish, why aren't you using fancy filters on my big tanks that are outside? It's just, it's not that I don't trust them. It's just mine are more efficient. I've used these for 20-something years, and I trust them with my life.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking at a couple things here. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's roll it. Here we go. Here is your internal DIY canister filter.
Hey everybody, this is Ron from Ron Cichlids. August is going to be our DIY month, and
hey everybody, this is Ron from Ron Cichlids.
Hey everybody, this is Ron from Ron Cichlids.
All right, here we go. I'm just playing with y'all. Trust me, I did it on purpose.
Hey everybody, this is Ron from Ron Cichlids. August is going to be our DIY month, and I have been asked for 20 plus years, how do I make my internal canister filters for my outdoor vats? These can work for just about anything, from very large tanks to outdoor ponds, outdoor vats, or even an outdoor fish pond, garden pond. So this part is going to be explaining the parts that you're going to need to do this. So we're going to do tools first, okay? You're going to need a cordless drill or a regular drill, and you're going to need a uni bit. These are called uni bits. There's a step in them. So as you drill, you can choose the size of your hole without having to change multiple drill bits. If you don't have these, trust me, you'll love to have them in your toolbox. They're very, very versatile. Just a couple of these, and you don't need a whole bunch of drill bits. We're going to be using an impact driver today for a couple of the screws. I have a lot of tools, so I'm just going to show you the tools that I use. You could also use a hand screwdriver if you wanted to as well. You're going to need a pair of side cutters. These are wire side cutters. This is used to cut the plastic grate. You're going to need a small roll of electrical tape, and you're going to need a razor knife or any type of sharp knife. So first and foremost, the star of this entire project is the bucket. Over the years, I've tried lots of buckets. This is a cat litter bucket. Anybody who has cats, you've seen these buckets. They've got a flip open lid on them. This part stays attached. This is what you want. They fit into the corners really nice, much easier to work with when you're cutting stuff than a round bucket. And this lid snaps into place. And you got a really good handle on there. Okay, you're going to want a large pump. This is a 1100 gallon per hour submersible pump. First thing you want to do, depending on the type of pump you use, is to make sure that the foam is removed. We do not want that in there. I have had incredible luck for many years with a company called Active Aqua. They're about 50 bucks, 48, 50 bucks for completely submersible pump, and they're adjustable. If you want less flow, you can turn this down. Incredible pump. I have not had one fail me yet in many, many years. You're going to want to pick up some light diffuser grate. This comes from Home Depot or Lowe's. It's used in ceilings. This needs to be cut out to the dimensions of the bottom of your bucket, and then you need to put a hole in the middle. So we will show the installation when we do the build. To cut this, these side cutters work great. Cutting it with any type of power tool usually makes a mess. These work really good. They make a clean cut. Doesn't really make a mess at all. We've already cut this. We've already cut all of these things to the proper size to save time. This is a molded plastic biomedia type. It's not really a sponge. It's like a bunch of wet spaghetti all pressed together. This is a very essential part of this. This is used to keep the polyfill from going into the filter itself. Into the pump, I'm sorry. You're going to want to use PVC. I actually prefer to use the electrical conduit PC. In the electrical section of your home improvement stores, they have a gray pipe. It's got a pretty good thick wall thickness on there. I like this. You're going to need, depending on the application, which we'll show you later, how much you'll need. In this application, I have a small piece to go onto here. You also need a 3/4 inch coupling. And I love these. These are actually a 90-degree sweep, they're called. So when you build this whole thing and the water comes out of the filter, there's a lot less water restriction. Instead of using normal fittings, There's like no water restriction here, so the water can flow out and you won't lose any gallons per hour. These are about 80 cents at your home improvement store. And then also you want bricks. So you want 2 bricks, 30, 40 cents a piece. And we'll show you how we use those. But those are the parts and pieces that you're going to need for this. And we will do the rest of the video. You're also going to need mechanical and biological filtration. So for the biological, we like to use lava rock. The bigger pieces, any of the small pieces, take them out. You want the nice big pieces. Very porous, $4 or $5 from a local landscape yard. Plus it helps weigh this down. You want this to have some weight to it. For mechanical filtration, polyfill. You can rip up an old stuffed animal, a pillow. You can go to Walmart, any craft store, and get polyfill. This is by far some of the best mechanical filtration I've ever used. And when we build the filter, I will show you where all of these parts go. You can, instead of polyfill, you can use any type of mechanical filtration that you like. But polyfill is nice because when it's dirty, you can just take it and throw it away, and it's really, really cheap. All right, so first thing you want to do with this is take your drill and the uni bit. You got to drill a bunch of holes in the top of this. So first is all the way up here at the very, very top on the section that does not hinge, right smack dab in the middle. You want to drill a pretty good size hole. Then you want to go about an inch out, drill another hole, and then one on the other side. They're not just that one here. And the reason for that is you're going to take your utility knife and you're going to make a slit from this hole to the middle, and from the middle to this hole. I will show you when we assemble this why we did this. So the way this filter works is the water is drawn through the top of the filter all the way through the media. The pump that's on the bottom will bring all the water back up. Okay, so we're going to want to drill quite a few holes in here, and the size of the hole depends on the size of the fish that you have in there. If you've got a fry grow out, then leave the holes a little bit smaller. If this is for larger fish and you're not worried about them getting in this hole, then you can go a little bit larger. So these uni bits are really quick. Doesn't matter where you put them. You can use your own judgment. Really easy. Just that quick. You got a bunch of holes here. Now this side's going to require more holes. We're going to do this in 2 steps. One, we're going to go all the way around. Then we're going to drill a big hole for the pipe that comes up, and then we'll finish up with some smaller holes. So see how fast that is?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. So apparently when I was typing a message, I accidentally flipped through that video. What's going to have to happen on that, because the way this broadcasting software is that I can't start it and like fast forward it. I'd have to start it all over. So we'll go ahead and post this video onto Ron Sickled's page. It'll be on the FishTalk Live page. It's going to be on the on the DIY group and also the Clubhouse group. So unfortunately, I have this thing that if I use my keyboard, it changes some of the scenes on the broadcasting software. Oh, I'm so sorry. But anyway, check this out.
Ask everybody.
Do you want to do it that way? I don't know.
People that really wanted to see the end.
Well, there's... Yeah, anyway, Aquashella is coming September 29th. Let me sort this out. Let me see if I can figure out a way. I know I can. I have to set up the broadcasting. So let me do that while there's there. Check out the Aquashella thing. I'll just try to keep the show rolling while I get that video back in the way it's supposed to be. I have to talk out loud. I have to.
Yep. Your mic is off, so they can't hear you.
All right, so I'm trying to figure this out and make some things on the fly. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I want to do this for you guys.
Yeah, just bear with us, guys. We're going to try to get this picked up back where it was left off at, because the emotions that I'm hearing from you guys is you really wanted to see the rest of that video, so we were doing our best.
Okay, hold on. I heard it for a second when you were talking, Ron. Talk, Ron.
I'm talking. You can hear it?
Nope, that's not the right one. Hold on just a second.
I can narrate what's going on if you want me to, Dave. Live.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So let me rewind a little bit.
Go ahead and rewind it.
I'm going to take that.
I'm going to narrate live, guys, on what I'm doing. It should be really, really close.
All right. So here we go. We love you guys. We wouldn't work this hard. To tell you the truth, like what I'm doing on the back end, Ron can see, and he'll tell you, I'm jamming to try to make this happen for you guys. So let's go from here I'm going to turn the volume down for me, and go ahead, Ron. Start from
right.
here. All right.
So we're drilling holes in the top. The reason to drill holes in the top is the water is actually going to get pulled in through the top of the filter. Those uni bits work really, really good for that. Inside of here, your pump is going to go all the way down inside. When you get a pump like this or any type of pump, make sure there is no sponge. I'm pulling the sponge out right now. Pull the sponge out. If you keep it in there, it's going to clog up too soon. This is a 1,000 gallon per hour submersible pump. It's made by Active Aqua. I've got dozens and dozens of them. They work flawless. So I'm explaining that there's an adapter that comes with it. Find the correct adapter or any pump that you have. You're going to end up mating it to the PVC. For this type, it's got a hose barb. I put a couple pieces of black electrical tape around it just to kind of snug it up. And then I use, for what I'm doing, I use 3/4 inch PVC. It's the electrical PVC, so it's a thicker internal wall thickness. It will slip over the hose barb, and once it's pushed all the way down, I have a about 1.5 inch screw right there, self-tapping screw. I use that to go through the PVC and through the standoff nipple, basically, to hold them together. I don't like using any glues for that. And this way I can service the pump or anything later, and I can take it apart pretty easy. That piece of PVC was cut to perfectly fit when you place this in here, the height, so you can close the lid. So once you do that, it's got suction cups on the bottom, so it kind of sticks in one place. You're going to use the 2 bricks that I mentioned. One's going to be on each side. These serve 2 purposes. One is for weight. The second is for a shelf for this piece of light diffuser grate that we have cut into a kind of like a grate. The lava rock is going to sit on top of that. So you're going to trim that with a pair of side cutters. The cord for the pump, on the very, very back, I drilled a hole, 3 holes. Right where my thumb is, I drilled a bigger hole, and then I drilled 2 small holes, and I used the razor knife to slit in between the 2 of them to create a way for me to pull the cord out with the plug. It's for the first time person, it's not very easy. You really have to use some strength. As you see me struggling with it, I did not make the spacing far enough, and I'm going to drill an extra hole and make it a little bit wider. This is to basically pull that the plug end through, and the cord itself will seal in that hole. So when you're done with it, it won't allow any fish or anything to get in there. You don't want any huge holes for fish or any of your inhabitants to get into. So this part here I was supposed to edit out, but I didn't. So just bear with the me struggling to pull this thing through.
Yeah, it's funny because there was a little bit of thing. You could probably catch your breath right now, Ron. But hey, so everybody, apologize about the hiccup. This is working really great, Ron. I love the fact that you're doing blow by blow right now. So go ahead, keep on.
So there it is. We got it through. I'm pulling it all the way through. When you look there, you can see that the hole is just big enough for the cord. It's out of the way. It's on the side of the flap that does not hinge, so you never have to worry about it being in your way. That pump also comes with a nice long cord on it. Now you're basically going to line up this pipe with the top of your, I'm going to show in a minute when I close this lid. You're going to want a coupler. The coupler, and then right where that coupler hits on your lid, you're going to want to drill a hole. And if you push down, you can actually feel it. Where my finger is, I can actually feel where it's pushing underneath. And I drill a small pilot hole, and I make sure it is where it's supposed to. These uni bits are awesome. All you need is one bit, and you can drill any size hole you want, see? And then once I know it's lined up, I drill the hole just big enough to where it snapped over this a coupler. It's a 3/4 inch PVC coupler, basically. I use 3/4 inch PVC so I can have that gallons per hour.
There it is.
Once that snaps over, you can go ahead and finish drilling a few more holes around it that are your drain, your inlet holes. This is lava rock. You can get it from Home Depot, Lowe's, any home improvement store. Sift out the small pieces, only use the big pieces. Very porous, great for biological, and it adds some weight. You want the weight in these internal canisters to help hold them on the bottom. This is a piece of pond plastic foam. It's not really foam. It's more like spaghetti noodles. It's plastic. It's meant for biological. I use it as biological and again as a grate. So if you look in there, you saw that I have it where it's taking up all the space in there and it's pretty tightly woven. And the reason for that is on the very top for your mechanical filtration, we use polyfill. You don't want the polyfill getting all the way down into your filter. So you want those different stages. So you want the sealing grate to keep the lava rock out of the pump. You want that other foam to keep the polyfill out. And that's it. Once that polyfill is going to be changed out once a week, once every 2 weeks, that's your mechanical filtration. All you got to do is flip open the lid and throw it out. This pipe here is whatever length you want it to be to get it above the surface of the water. So you can put a sweep. This is electrical conduit. It's the gray PVC in the electrical department. That's a 90-degree sweep. That 90-degree sweep works a lot better than a 90-degree angle that actually restricts water flow. I design these at a perfect height for my vat, so when they're sitting on the bottom, I'm 2 to 4 inches above the surface of the water, so I can get that cascading effect and get that extra air in there.
Yeah,
really simple design, very easy to use.
I think you're talking about spray bar here. You can have different kinds of.
Yeah, and you can build a spray bar if you want for that. These, after it's all said and done, these guys are going to be between 5 and 8 pounds, depending on how much stuff you pack in there. You should only really be about $60 invested into it. The pump is $48, and polyfill is cheap. Lava rock is like $5 for like 20, 30 pounds of it. And the PVC fittings aren't more than a PVC and the fittings aren't more than $1 or $2. This is me showing it, that's what you would throw out, the polyfill, every week or two. Any of you that have ever ordered fish from me and asked for biological, that's where it comes from. I actually pull it out of a seated filter, does not bother my lava rock or my biological in any way, shape, or form. And this is what they look like running in my vats. So I've got these vats, and then I've got tanks on top of them. I've got vats everywhere. This is only a little bit and a sneak peek for you guys who ask, hey, I want to see your stuff run. This is what it looks like, 1,000 gallons per hour pumping out. This is what it looks like if you want to make your own spray bar and drill some holes in there. I'm in Florida, so that extra oxygen really helps keep it aerated this time of the year and keeps it cool. I usually run 2 in each one because I am very overstocked in all of my setups. Those are the 40 gallons that I drilled that you saw a couple episodes ago. They drain into these vats, and the filtration's on the bottom. There's little, these filters work great. They tuck right up into the corner. I love the square design. They sit flat on the bottom, much easier to work with than a round 5-gallon bucket where you have a lot more trimming to do. So hope you guys enjoyed that ad lib.
Yeah, I think we pulled it off, Ron. Yeah, I was sweating a little bit there. Yeah, so everybody, thank you for bearing with us. Sometimes that happens. It happened a lot more.
We're at 126 viewers. You know what that means? Cha-ching!
Yeah.
Free fish.
Yes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So Ron preluded to it. If this is your first show and you just got here, basically we have a spin to win wheel where we ask for a hashtag. You type in the hashtag and then you get to spin, and one or two of the big fish grand prizes are on the wheel, so you have a chance to win a big fish. But like we said, we get over 100 viewers, and we just peaked out around 126 or so. We just bypass the spin to win. So somebody's getting a free fish tonight. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. You have to be on the show in order to win. So when we get to that part, we'll go ahead and do all that. Hey, let's see. That's not what I had. But Ron's got some new koozies on his shop right now. We're getting ready to start some new raffles. We're going to be doing several raffles over the next few weeks. The new raffle is going to start later tonight, maybe first thing in the morning, and it's going to be for a Current Freshwater Plus 48 to 60 inch light. So if you're into raffles and you want to spend a few bucks to try to win a great prize, to do that. We already showed the Aquashella. Ron's going to Aquashella
next month.
Yeah, next month, September 29th. If you want to, it's in Chicago. If you want to go up and meet him and hang out with him, reach out to him and tell him you're going.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting you guys there. I'm going to go with my son, Hunter. We're going to meet and greet. We're just going to be walking around as press people, and find me. I'm going to be there, so just find me. Walk around till you find me.
So we're going to take a break right now, and then we're coming back to answer some questions. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat now. They'll get fed to me. Or if you want to call in, let me show you what that number is. I think I might have shown it earlier. Here we go. Here's the call-in number. You can also reach the call-in. We haven't talked about it tonight, but our show is hooked up to some really good AI, some artificial intelligence information services. If you type in star info right now, you'll access that. You can type in also star Aquashella if you want information about Aquashella. We like to promote things that are good for everybody in the world, and one of the organizations is called 4ocean.org. Here they are. We're going to take a quick break.
You have a choice.
When we come back,
right
we'll
now,
get to the questions.
Today, you can remain indifferent, or you can choose to act boldly, wisely, sustainably. What will you choose?
Special shout out to James Smith and Jeffrey Kirk in Springfield, Missouri. They have some of the best rock you can find for your tanks, for your Planet tanks, for your African cichlid tanks, your New World cichlid tanks. They do special diamond cut rocks for you on custom orders and things like that. Thanks a lot, James, for helping us out. Contact adaTankSupply.com. adaTankSupply.com. Ron loves his customers. If you want to do a video, please contact us, send it in. We'll put it on FishTalk Live. Special thanks to Athena Athens for her...
Hey guys, Athena Athens here, checking in on my 55-gallon cichlid tank. I just want to say thank you to Ron Demers and Dave and FishTalk Live. You guys have helped me so much between Ron Cichlid Clubhouse and Ron Cichlids and FishTalk Live. My tank now is up and running, the fish are happy, and your guys' advice has got me through everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Athena.
Everyone, if you don't know, you should...
So, like we were talking about earlier, Ron Cichlids has got several groups, including the Mbuna Hangout, the Aqua DIY, the Lake Tanganyika Cichlid Clubhouse, Amazing Tank Showcase, as well as the main clubhouse and the Aquarius Marketplace, a place to buy, sell, and trade. All right, so let's bring Ron back. Here's our chat line. I've got to look here to see if there's any questions. What I'm going to do, Ron, is after the show, I'm going to go ahead and post up the DIY video. I'm going to put it on both your page, on FishTalk Live, on the clubhouse, main clubhouse, and in the DIY group. So if you guys missed that, you can go back and check that out. So what kind of questions we got going on tonight, Ron? Are you seeing any? There were a few of them. The first one of them was Mindy or Missy was asking about, is it in tank or outside? Well, this particular model is in tank, and you can build this with a different kind of pump for outside, right? If you had a
no, not that design. I have a sister design for building it in a sump. So you would do this. You would do something very, very similar. You would just omit the pump, and you would elevate it. You would stick that whole thing into a 40-gallon tank, and the water would go into it. So instead of a pump drawing it in, gravity would draw it in, and then your sump pump would put it back into the tank.
Yeah. All right. So thank you for that question. I think it was Missy. And then Kelsey Westrop Classic is asking, where do I get vats like that for his yard?
Those are called IBC totes. They are used all over the world to ship all sorts of stuff. Deionized water, peanut butter, shampoos, soaps, pesticides, drinking water. It's just a sealed container. They make them 275 and 325 gallons. Go onto your local Craigslist and do a search for IBC totes. And you will see basically every city and state, somebody's selling them somewhere. They average $60 to $100 used. New, they run $300 to $400.
Yeah. Okay, and then so Jerry Colligan is asking, do you ever give tips on building stands? Imagine that, Ron.
Yes, sir. I have a friend customer that is coming by this week that wants to go over a design to build a stand for his 180-gallon tank. Shout out to Kevin Phoenix. And this will give me an opportunity to build a stand for him and document it for you guys for hopefully next week's show.
Nice. So here's another question for Mr. Arno Weir, and I'm going to answer this one very, very quickly for you. Does your medicated food work for cloudy eyes too? The answer is yes. And check it out on ronsicklids.com. Look it up under the food. I'm looking for more questions to see here. I'm just looking at the moderator. Very nice of you, Kaylee. Let's see here. I think I pretty much got everything. Okay, Ron. So I've got God, I don't know, maybe 30 to 40 things on Marketplace right now because I'm moving, selling my stuff. So I am getting this whole show. I should have turned it off, but
Get a million notifications.
Oh my God. Everybody's asking me how much do you want for the Fluval 405? Well, it's right there in the post. Hey, $50, man. So anyway, not seeing any more.
I got a question from Craig, one of our breeders.
Yeah.
He asked, the video I posted of the eye biter fry being taken back in the mouth by the female. If I go and net the female to strip out the fry, will she swallow them? Or should I wait for her to spit them back out? No, they're too big. She's not going to swallow them. Way too big. Just go ahead and do your thing. She's not going to fight you too much on it.
Awesome. Hey, thanks everybody for the questions. We do have a caller. Unfortunately, I had to put somebody out of the show. So if it's that person, I'm just going to immediately hang up. Hey, caller, welcome to Fish Talk Live. You are on Fish Talk Live with Ron, and we want to know your name and where you're calling from.
What's going on, Mr. Dave? This is Robert in Southeast Georgia.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But what's going on, Mr. Ron? My wife wanted me to call and ask Mr. Ron a question. Do you have any onesies in stock? She is wanting a Ron Cichlid onesie.
Well, I don't, but my designer is listening right now. So, Dave.
Yeah, we can put a onesie together for you.
Put a onesie together because
I'll tell you what. If we get 2 more people in the chat or sends me a message that says, "Dave, I want to get a onesie for Fish Talk Live," I'll do this right away. If not, it will be right after I move to California. But if we get a couple more people, is that fair?
Kids 2T size too. So
yeah, we'll put the size. We'll have the sizes. We'll just do the onesie, and you can get the size and color and all that.
Robert Cox is going to have a new baby any day as well, so he's gonna need a Ron Cichlid onesie too.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for calling. Have you got a koozie yet, bro?
No, I ain't got one.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
Nope. I'll send you one, brother.
I don't drink like that though, Ron. I don't drink.
Well, it works for a water bottle.
Soda.
I use styrofoam. Ice lasts longer.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want one, just say I don't want one.
Yeah, we'll get you next time.
I can send you a magnet or a sticker, but hey, I use it. Here it is right here. I use it on my Gatorade bottles.
All right, well, I'll pass.
It's all good. Hey, thanks for calling in, man. We really enjoy the fact that you call in, and it's good to hear your voice. Thanks,
brother.
All right, thank you.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Craig Heater in the post goes, I need a big onesie.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one, Craig.
Yeah.
Woo.
We'll get the 4XLs out.
What is that one that they made like a blanket with sleeves? Remember that? It was all over like infomercials and shit.
Yeah. Hey, can you give us a 30-second answer to this? Roderick Mosley wants to know what exactly causes Malawi bloat.
Malawi bloat is typically a bacterial infection. Most people just blatantly mislabel a fish that's swollen with Malawi bloat. It used to be a problem where if you fed fish in an inappropriate diet, they would get that. But most fish these days have adapted to be very tolerant of a lot of types of food, so it's not an issue. But if you really, really do have Malawi bloat, you need to treat it as a bacterial issue.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for that question. We're not running a member video of the week. Mostly because it's my fault. The server had filled up, and so there's a upload link. So I just want to let everybody know that if you have a video that you want to show your tank off, I'll show you what one looks like, but this is from last week. We don't have to go talking through it, but you know, here we like to show people's tanks and all that. So if you want to do that, you can get the upload link through the FishTalk Live menu on its page and different things like that.
And let's reiterate, when you guys do submit the video, please take it horizontally. That means your phone is longwise left to right, not vertical. We can't use the video if it's vertical. Only horizontal, please.
So I got actually 3 videos, and 2 of them are horizontal. So this is horizontal, everybody. Or excuse me, this is vertical, and this is horizontal. So all 3 of them were like this, and then they switched it in the middle of the video. So it was funny. I showed one of the mods. I said, I can't use this video. This is why, and I was showing, and they're like, Catlin says, okay, we're watching member video of the week now. Everybody lay on your right side. Anyway, just check your videos out before you upload them and make sure that they are like that, and record them at the highest quality. We put a lot of effort into the show. I think it's that time, bro. I think it's that time
I want to give some stuff away.
Yeah.
Half the people left, which means half of them don't get an opportunity to win a free fish or any prizes.
Exactly. Well, the half that are here are the ones that
they know how this game is played.
Yeah. All right. So we have a spin to win wheel in which every week we put a hashtag out there. We let you put the hashtag in, and then we select from those hashtags. And when we do that, you get to spin the wheel. Well, we're going to probably spin the wheel one time, but the first one that we pick is going to be off of the free fish. So I'm just doing my back end stuff here. That sounds weird, right? Is that what you just said? What's the hashtag we're going to use today?
Let's use hashtag Canister.
All right, everybody, you heard that. I'm typing it in right now. Whoops. So this is what I don't know. Canister is with one N, just so you know. So that's Canister. So I'm putting that in. I'm going to play this next song during that time while this song is playing. Put it in the chat right now. Hashtag Canister. You can see how I spelt it right there. Canister. Don't want you to miss out because of the misspelling. So this first one, this hashtag canister. Hashtag canister, everybody. It's going to be whoever I pick on this first time is going to be a free fish. You get to go on to ronsicklids.com, go on a shop. You can actually go straight to the shop by shop.ronsicklids.com. Choose out a large fish or smaller, I guess, but it's the large size and smaller.
Oh, any size you want. The large size value is around $30. So regardless if you spend more or less, you'll get $30 off.
Oh, that's cool. So if I found an extra large fish, you'll take the $30 off. Just charge me the difference, the $15 or whatever that is. Yeah, cool. All right, everybody. So that's hashtag canister. This is how we gamify it, man. Who else is doing this? Tell me one other Facebook group that is doing a spin to win. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But anyway, we're all trying to make it good and fun for y'all. You can type that star info. Give us a like. Like both the pages, the Fish Talk Live page. Like Ron's page. I mean, we do this so that we can build the platform. Go visit Ron on Twitter at Ron_Demers. No, it's Ron Demers 6 on Twitter. All right, so that's it. Let me go ahead and pull up the picker. Of course, it's like trying to figure out where everything's at right now. So let me... there we go. We've got that. That's what the wheel looks like. And here's the picker. Just not being my friend today. That should be it right there. Let's go here. Okay. Well, that's it. All right. You see here the top post is episode 43. We're going to go ahead and pick a winner there. I don't know why that woo picker's just not working for me like that. Okay. So bring that back. All right. So top post, pick winner. Okay. So every week we do this the same exact way. I need to clear it first. I need to make sure that it's working. And so if whoever shows up here first is actually just for clearing. Let me hide that. There we go. Sorry, Ron, you don't win this week. All right, so now it allows us to pick from hashtag, as you can see above my head there. Let me see if I can bring this other window up. That other window just doesn't want to work. Just looking here. Okay, it's this window right here. Now it's working. All right, so let's bring this by so we can see who that turns out to be. And let's pick our hashtag. Hashtag fish slinger. No. Someone did put in slinger. It's all good. It's all
that
good.
Commercial on TV for what was it? One of the cable companies or something for slinging. I always get a good laugh out of that.
Okay, so there it is. You guys can see that. It's Canister with one N. And here, congratulations, you're already a winner, and you've won a large fish to Mr. Robert Cox. Awesome. Nice job.
Congrats, brother.
Yep, that's super awesome. I think it's karma.
It is.
I think it's karma. He calls in, he interacts and everything, does
He's
that.
a great guy. He's a really great guy. I'm looking forward to hearing when that new baby's here.
Yeah, so we're going to pick someone else from the same hashtag. Is that the way you want? Well, yeah, I was going to say maybe we'll do it from the reactions. Let's see how many reactions. But I'm going to do it from a hashtag not fish slinger. I can barely see my other monitor. There it is, Canister. All right, so this winner here is a spin to win winner. Robert, we do need you to say that you're still online. I'm pretty sure you are.
There he is.
So, oh no, it's not the same people. And then the second person that's going to spin is Craig Cox. So congratulations, Mr. Cox.
Wow, that's his father.
Is it really?
No kidding, man. That's his father.
Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles in this one.
Wow, that'll save me on shipping.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Craig, you're going to spin tonight, so congratulations on that. Let's show you how that works.
You're right, man. That's karma.
Yeah. Well, karma and the second one's luck. Karma was the first time around. All right. So here's our wheel. What we do every week is that we can pick a color. You can see there's the same color on 180 degrees from each other, and then a position, and then we rotate it. So give us a color, Ron.
Let's go with pink at 5 o'clock because I think Robert's having a little girl.
Okay.
And let's put it at 3 o'clock.
Okay, so I'm bringing that pink around. As you see, that pink is coming around. That half-pound food is right there, and we go. All right. So this is for Mr. Craig Cox. Congratulations. You win a 250-gram of Seacam Safe, which everybody can use. That's super awesome.
Craig.
Yeah, congratulations, Craig. Absolutely. Now, to get the claim the prize, we have a setup that we normally do, which is to have. I'm sorry, I'm getting so many messages. I have to make sure like people in my life aren't dying.
There's a chat bot that's going to ask you for your name, your address, your phone number, stuff like that. And you have to like Ron Cichlids and FishTalk Live.
Yeah.
So you guys have won before, so I already have you in the system. So
yeah. So that's super awesome. Anything else? Let's see.
I'd like to give away some food, actually.
All right, so let's do this. This is the way I wanted to do it. Let's go ahead and bring the Woo Box back and go ahead and say that anybody that put a like on this video, so you got about 2 seconds to do that. So whoever liked this wins this prize. I didn't hear what you said, Ron, exactly.
Let's do a pound of food. All
right, so whole pound of food, and that goes to Miss Jennifer Ross. Jennifer Ross, you just won a pound of food on Fish Talk Live. You don't have to be here on this. We'll reach out to you. We'll let you know. We appreciate you giving that like on the show. It's super awesome. It's this. Jennifer. Yeah, this. I'm always trying to figure out ways to engage more and engage more and engage more. So let's just let's bring us back here. All right, so we'll close the show. We had a great show tonight. Aqua DIY month for August. The first show that we did, Ron had a great DIY. My brain is working.
I drilled 40-gallon breeder tanks. You guys saw them in this video as well. They were above my vats.
Yep. And then I did your K1 bioreactor. And tonight we had the internal canister filter. And next week we're trying to get you a stand built. We'll see how that goes. If not, we'll have another great DIY project. Thanks for everybody for being on tonight. Come check us out next Wednesday. Look for the raffle. I'm going to send it out both in the chat bots for Fish Talk Live and Ron Cichlids. Appreciate you guys. Give you the last word, Ron.
Love you guys. I really, really do. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight. I'm glad I was able to bring a little slice of my life to you with my filters and my setup, some of my setups. I love you guys. Thanks for all your contributions on the Clubhouse. Thank you to all of you who shout my name or who have ever said anything nice about me anywhere on any forum. I see it, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love all you guys. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. So like I said, after the closing credits, after the very end, there's usually a video. Tonight's video is pretty cool, so you might want to check that out. Thanks for being here. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Hello, I have an incredible offer especially for you. Buy this device and get wonderful socks as a gift. So?
No, thanks. I think one of the mods earlier was like, said something like, you go to the dark web for all these videos. Like minion voices. This one's hilarious. Hummingbird bong. So the name of this video, everyone, you can find it on YouTube. It's called like Animals in Animation. Like, so it's a bunch of animators, you know, going out there and doing crazy stuff. Thanks for being on the show tonight. We love you guys. We'll see you later. Take care.
Good night.